Got the ciggies. Got my wiener still intact.
What do you got? Dr. Pepper there?
Yeah.
Is it just a straight Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get a limey Coca-Cola because you.
It's not lime, dude. It's like I don't know if they
Like a
clean their
cleaner.
machines with lemon or if someone
Lemon,
pissed in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it's pretty good piss.
It's got something going on there.
Anyways, this is what episode?
Episode 5, baby.
This is episode
5. I'm pretty sure 5.
or 6.
No, I think it's definitely 5.
I think it's 5.
think it's 5.
We're this far in.
5
we
that
can't
we've
remember.
dropped. I know this far in. We're this
Hey,
early on and we
this-
can't remember.
This is the Only on Tuesday podcast.
Surprised
That's
we
pretty-
remembered 5.
Surprised we remember the name.
In fact, right?
Shit. All right. Well,
Surprised we remembered the name.
moving along, this is episode whatever we just said, and we'll maybe put it in now. I'm a pretty lazy editor, so probably not. But well,
Shit before this.
should have shit. You gotta take
should've
shit.
taken shit.
You gotta take shit.
Nah. I know I'm just gonna sit down and not shit, but
He's like, this is good time to say it. I just
Yeah,
figured-
yeah,
I
yeah,
figured
it's
I'd
good
let
time to say it
everyone
now.
know. I gotta take shit.
a minute in.
All right, well, if we're getting things
Oh,
off
also,
our chest.
also time note 3:38.
See, that's why we
Time
talk about
note.
taking shits. 338.
Boom.
That's what we're.
That's a
going
good
with.
memory to remember.
We're gonna give you guys a solid hour today.
Oh, hour 10 was our last one, which
Dude,
was pretty
we've-
good.
honestly,
And
all-
we like had to cut that one.
yeah, I was gonna say because all of them have pretty much been slightly over an hour.
Uh-huh.
So we've been chilling. I think the shortest one we had was like just an hour. Like
Yeah,
about
yeah,
just
yeah.
on an hour.
One of the first ones was like 56
Nah, they were pretty
minutes
long.
or something, was it?
The
Yeah.
first one was like an hour and 9 minutes or some shit. They've been fairly long though. I will say that. We've been
Dude, I
doing
was about
good.
to fart on the mic, but
That wouldn't be the first time.
I think I would have shit on it.
Yeah, this is gonna end. They're gonna be like, "Why was this only 20-minute episode?" It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
right.
Trav shit his pants 20 minutes in, couldn't do it. Just
Oh, so it
straight-
just goes black. Screen goes
No,
black.
not even that. We have it all. We keep
I
it
just
all
go
in.
Run
It's like-
away.
It's an hour-long podcast still, but it's only after like the 20-minute marker. It's just me here, like not even doing
You're just,
anything.
it's
'cause
just you
just shit your
strolling.
pants.
You're,
Yeah,
you're
it's just-
strolling,
just fucking-
listening to your
Oh,
shit.
Thank God
Wow,
that
thank
wasn't
God that
open.
wasn't open.
Thank God the bat didn't open.
Facts,
It could have
that
been
too.
bad, but I'm just here like, yeah.
And you can hear me.
Scrolling.
You can hear me
It's
upstairs.
everywhere. It's like melted chocolate. It just keeps
Yeah.
coming, dude. Fuck. I've wiped using the whole roll.
I need more.
Nah, real shit though. Like, not to be weird, but like, I've definitely had those shits where you're like,
Bro, that's
why?
how
This is
Jamaica had
excessive.
me.
You were just sitting there like, dude, it's never. Is there a fucking melted crayon or something? Like, what's going
Bro,
on?
right? Like, am I grabbing the
dying?
toilet paper used?
What is this? This shit's used toilet paper. They recycling over here.
Yeah, right. Nah, the worst in Jamaica though was when I fucking, cause for me, bro, like taking a shit in public, it's not like it's the shitting in public that I
Like
get
in
nervous
public,
about.
right? In the sense of
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
people are looking at you as you're shitting.
No, just like public bathrooms. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's
Yeah,
a little
not like
different.
not like the
That's a
middle
little
of the
different.
park.
Little bit different.
Nah, that's in public restrooms is what I mean.
I'm just saying. This
You're thinking barbaric.
no,
I'm
no,
a
no,
human
no.
still.
This is just like where
restrooms.
using certain words
I just
can
missed one
change
word.
the meaning of
Of
something.
it, yeah.
Yeah, this, you
But-
missed the
but-
word. It could
but
change
anyways,
the whole
like-
meaning. Just
Like
helping you out.
I'll shit in public restrooms. I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. But
It's
the
kinda
thing
hard.
that bothers me is not knowing how the toilet flushes. Cause you know how some you gotta hold the thing or
Oh,
it's
no.
gonna just be like boom.
That's your worry? Is like if your
Yeah.
shit's gonna go down,
Yes,
not like hoping to
yes.
God that there's toilet paper, hoping to God that like this isn't like nasty toilet paper. Like I'm not gonna lie, I always get the fear of like you're gonna go to like grab the toilet paper and you're gonna just like see like someone's
somebody's shit like
like
in
they had it
there.
on there. They didn't
Uh,
wipe good, and it's just I'm like, yeah, that's
uh,
always what I'm. Yeah, see, I fucked up
Yeah, I've
public
never
bathrooms
thought
for
about
you.
that. Now.
That's what gets me.
I never even really thought about the toilet paper situation because it's never happened to me. Luckily, knock on
Oh.
fucking wood. But
Dude, I'm so thankful that we actually started talking about using the shitter. So, the lifelong question of since we had toilets at least, do you leave the seat or the seat up or down when you're done? Right?
oh
I
yeah,
have the answer.
I always leave it down.
And I said this a while ago. I think I've actually said it to you. There's a lid for a fucking reason. You close the whole thing. And you
Thing,
close
yeah,
it
yeah,
before
yeah,
you
that's-
flush.
Flush, yeah.
So
you
that
did
when
say
you
that.
flush,
You did say that a while
Nothing
ago.
comes up and hits you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Nobody.
yeah.
I'm like the fact that I'm like you guys are all arguing this, and now I just know every time that someone uses the bathroom, you're just fucking flushing lead.
Everything.
You're
out.
taking.
Yeah.
Getting high off that shit.
Nah, see that's one thing too. Like with the toilet seat, not just the lid, but like with like after you're done taking a piss or something, my mom would always yell like, or no, people's mom would always yell
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
like,
put
put
the."
the-
I was always my dad that would yell at me because my dad would
He's
be
like,
the
I'm
one.
like pissing on the seat.
No,
it makes me
he
feel
would-
like man.
Facts, be a man, just piss all
Be a
over the
man,
seat.
piss on the seat. Don't even wipe
Son,
it. Leave
what are
it
you
for the
doing?
next one.
No, but he would go to take a shit, and as a
And he'd shit on the seat.
no, he would fall. He would just fall right in, and he would
Oh.
just yell, "Travis!"
Have you done it before? Because I've done
Oh,
it.
I've done it. Yeah,
I went
I've
in.
definitely done
I've
that.
had the worst
It
part
almost
is,
happened to me the other day. I luckily caught myself. I was in a fucking public restroom too, so it would have been even worse.
the first time it happened to me, I didn't know if I should feel proud because the
Uh-huh.
only thing that dipped in was my nuts.
That
I
probably
didn't go
was
like, I didn't go crazy low to where like it was like all ass cheek, but like my nuts hit. And I was like, like, a little, like that was nasty too. But like also I was like that's pretty impressive.
Yo, you know what I still regret? I regret that neither of us used the bidet at my cousin's.
The thing was I was like constipated that day, or it was just I think what it really was since it was like a New York City apartment basically where like everyone can hear
Hear you,
shit.
yeah.
So like
yeah,
I remember when I
yeah.
tried taking a shit because I was like, dude, I want to use this like for
Uh-huh.
sure. I want to know what this is like. I couldn't even take a shit. Like
Yeah,
I was like,
uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to wipe, and I got a little nervous of like I don't want to just turn this on not having to wipe because that
It's
could be
facts,
labeled as pretty gay. And I'm not, I don't give
Just
a fuck.
just wanted to
but,
see what it feels like.
but yeah, I was like, just feel like a rich person.
Yeah,
for a
hell
day.
yeah. Usually
And that
one
was
of
the
those,
craziest
bro,
thing
yeah.
too. Was like I was not expecting them to have it because I'm
Me
like,
neither. I was so
do
left
all
back
New
when I
York
wa-
City apartments have
when I
these?
walked in there and was like, well, "You guys got a fucking bidet?" They were
I
like,
know, I was
"Yeah,
like,
like it's normal." I was like, "Bah."
But like,
That was the first one I've ever seen.
I was gonna say though, it does not look like they use that shit though. I think they added it because it like looked fancy. Because I was looking at like none of the buttons are worn, nothing's been
True,
used.
true.
I'm like, I don't even think this thing's turned on.
Yeah, I don't
Did
know.
you? I didn't know how to use it. There was way too many
No,
buttons.
way too many buttons.
Why do you, and that's the thing too. I'm just trying to
Massaging
kind of
buttons
like,
and
yeah,
shit,
like, what
like,
are you gonna like? Is the
spritz.
dildo comes out instead of the water?
Instead of straight, it's
Spritz. It's like a sprinkler. Just
yeah. Yeah, no, literally.
but
No, I have a good bidet story, and it's not me because I've never used one, obviously.
I
But
know. Yeah, tell it.
my sister, yeah,
That's a
she
good one,
was
tell it,
so
yeah.
funny, right? I'll bet my cousin's something, I don't know.
Allegedly.
They were allegedly, right? But
I
no,
know
they
your
were
age.
up. They were up, and it was my sister's first time seeing one as well.
Allegedly.
So she sits down. I'm sure she wouldn't care if I told the story.
I just want to be the guy that has
This
to
says
keep
allegedly.
saying it.
Keep
Can we
the
get a soundboard?
allegedly. Ad libs. Allegedly. But
Ad
no,
libs.
it was her first time seeing one too. So
Yeah, you
sits down,
curious.
finally figures out how to use it, and then can't figure out how to turn it off.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Which
fuck.
is-
starts calling my cousins, calling
Nobody's
Dory,
answering.
and nobody's
Calling
answering.
anyone who has a bidet. Oh, we
Yeah,
know one
literally-
person.
literally got to the point where she was just like, "Fuck it," stood up, turned off.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's a motion sensor or something.
That's what
bro.
they most of them I believe are. Is you
I would
just
have done the
stand
same
up,
shit though. I would have been freaking out,
which is crazy because
pressing all the buttons like,
you would think that like, all right, it should be set maybe like a 15-second thing. Because why is it motion set?
That's
How
a
long
fact.
are you on?
That's
there
a
just-
fact. Yeah. That's a fact. That's why they didn't put a time limit on because
Yeah,
they would have
because
been
the
getting
dude who made
complaints.
it was not making this to wipe your eyes.
No,
this was
yeah.
like your
He
personal
liked
acid
hot tub
machine.
jets.
Yeah,
so
was,
he made
yeah,
that
he
for
was
a
like, dude, I
toilet.
when it was in the hot tub.
And
took
I
my
stayed
pants
in
off,
for 6 hours.
And I just spread assed on that jet, and I turned it up real high. I turned all the other jets off too, so the pressure was just immaculate. And I was like, I gotta make one of these things on my toilet. Because what better time to get sexually aroused after you took a
After
shit?
you just
After you
unloaded
just
5 pounds.
yeah, after you unload another fucking 2 ounces.
Yeah,
if you're
facts,
lucky.
facts.
If you're lucky.
No, but that is a crazy thing because I'm sure it was probably a thing. It's probably been a thing for a while, but it was a very very rich person.
How
thing.
long? Well, actually, this is a good question. How long ago do you think a bidet was made? I would definitely say that there was probably a variation of a bidet way back in the day.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Which is
yeah,
probably
yeah.
just like some
like you would just call your son in to
just
just
get some straw with some water.
Was right through the straw.
No, I was gonna say you probably had like kings
Before
and
toilet
shit being
paper.
like, "Yo, get my jester." And just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
done
yes,
with
yes.
it. I got you, sir. Hold on.
Get the town's Joker.
Yeah. He used shit this year, so let him just wipe asses.
That was probably a job back in that time. That ass wiper.
So it's like you get your job choice because you're working for a king. I'm sure you don't get to choose. And they're just
Uh-huh.
like, "Yeah, so you're gonna wipe the king's ass." I'll be like,
I'd be like, well, is that all I have to do?
Do I work the Queen's ass?
Yeah,
too
yeah,
on
right,
this?
right.
Like, is this two-way
Nope,
street?
just the
Trust
king and his father.
What? Be like, yup.
The father needs baths too.
We came out with Taco Bell, and
Yeah, right.
It's been real bad ever since.
We just took over this new land, and the food that they have
It's
there is
just awful.
amazing.
Yeah. We eat it all, but it just would not stop pouring out of us.
Yes, it just goes right through us.
But now I was gonna say the bidet thing. So like, the dude who made it, how do you think people reacted? Like, you think people were like, "Wait, what is going on? What's going at my ass?"
Nah. I mean,
Or you think the dude was like, "I like it."
I
like
think people probably liked it because
Too much.
Because I've always heard stories about people like, oh, after I take a shit, I have to shower, or like I can't shit unless I'm getting in the shower
I mean, like,
right
yeah,
after.
I get
it.
that, but also like, are you just bad at wiping?
That too, right?
But
Like, why you need a bidet unless you're just
Yeah.
bad at wiping? Just wipe your ass.
well, no,
like,
the bidet. I'm saying the shower thing. Like,
it's true.
like,
The bidet
did you get
does- the
shit
bidet
all the
does
way up
make
your
sense.
back?
That-
Did
yeah,
you,
yeah.
like, what happened there? Like,
Shit
you
on
need
your
a
sack
full
and
shower,
everything.
dude. I think the bidet is. Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah.
why it was used for those people.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
So, is there a bidet that
Like
you could
those people loved it, but
is there
I'm sure
back jets on a bidet? Like, can you get one that's a little, in case you're a little
a
messy?
used bidet.
You're a little messy, you know. It doesn't always just go in the toilet. Sometimes it's up the back.
Oh.
There's a splatter, you know. I don't have a deep enough bowl. Taco Bell
The
really
bidet,
goes through
yeah.
me. It just whoosh, and it's like lines up the back. Can I get a back?
You
spray?
can't close the lid on your toilet anymore because your bidet comes up all the
Yeah,
way.
it's because it's a full back
It's
spray.
just
It's
a full
it's
bidet.
Everyone's like, "What is this?" Be like, "I'm real bad.
Yeah.
real
Like,
bad.
trust me, you don't want to
You
know.
don't want me at your house, please."
If I ever leave after 5 minutes of getting to your house, just know why.
Nah, dude, I feel horrible. All right, here's my thing. Everyone's clogged a bathroom that like wasn't theirs, right? But
Mm-hmm.
not everyone just leaves it. I've had some friends
Just
who
leave
just
it.
leave it.
Bro, you can't do
One
that.
knows who they are because they've done it a few times. I'm like,
can't
motherfucker,
do
you,
that.
you can't be like that embarrassed, motherfucker. It's even more embarrassing
That's
for
even
someone
more
else to just
embarrassing.
randomly
Once it
find out. But
finds
at
it,
least you're not
yeah.
here, right?
Yeah, nah.
But
For
nah,
you,
but-
for you to just be chilling
yeah.
and then somebody walks in like, yo, my fucking toilet's clogged.
But
This big old shit and it's not going down, and you're just like,
But
oh, weird.
I was gonna say, as a teenager though, wouldn't you have been proud to clog a toilet? You'd be like,
I-
yeah, that was
those-
a manly shit.
I was usually
the one.
to clog a toilet, and I would be proud.
I
was
wasn't
never,
always.
I was never
I wasn't.
ashamed. I would walk right out and be like, "I just clogged your toilet. I'm sorry."
So
There was one time there was a Super Bowl party at a chick's house.
yeah,
All
that
my friends
buffalo
were there.
chicken dip. That's what went
Dude,
through 'em.
all my friends were there, but it was so bad. I was looking out the bathroom window.
And it was just an ass clapping fucking shit. Where it was just like the.
Yeah, no, it was, dude. I blew that shit up, but then after it wouldn't go down and I couldn't flush it, I was like, "What do I do?" I'm looking out the window. I see my dad. I'm like trying to get him in the window, and he finally looks at me, and I'm like, "Come here." He comes walking over to the window, and I'm like, "I clogged the toilet," like from in the bathroom out the window, man. And he's just like, comes walking in. And he comes knocking, and he comes in, and I went running out. So
I was
it
saying,
looked
at
like
least
it
you
was
didn't
him.
stay,
It
yeah,
looked like
yeah.
it looked like it was him that clogged it. I just ran out.
You were that embarrassed. No, I was gonna say, like, I remember when I was younger, like, if I did have to take a shit at someone's house, and like, not to be weird, but like, I would test people's toilets out. Like, I'm gonna take a piss first, see how
See
it
how it
flushes,
flushes,
see
yes.
if it's got good flush power.
Yes, see, that's
because
what I-
some people
yes.
had toilets where it's like it was just
You
ass
got- you
flush
gotta
power.
hold it, bro,
Or
to
it's just
push
you
it
gotta flush it
down.
like 2 or 3 times, just so you can get like toilet paper
Yes, because
down.
you'll get one little turd that still floats.
So
up
I
or
used to like not fully use the bathroom. Like I would like just
half shit.
basically like as much as I know I could get
Pinch it
down,
out,
dude, and
and
like,
then
you're just
stand up, like-
dying for the next like 3 hours
Yeah,
until you can
it's
maybe
even more
sneak
pain.
back. But I remembered fucking I'll just say his name because he don't give a fuck. But at Mark's house, this is our one homie. I used to just openly be like, "Yo, fuck it," because he would clog my toilet all the time. That I would be like, "I'm clogging his toilet."
Oh,
so
yeah,
I was just,
yeah,
I would
yeah,
like
yeah.
attempt to. I'll be
Attempt
like,
to.
I want to so
Clog
badly.
his shit, yeah,
I'll be like,
that's
"Mark, I
bad
got you
one.
back." Nah, yeah, never was really able to. Because the one time I did, I felt horrible. His mom was like, "Oh, I got it." I was like, "No, I was trying to get Marky to do it." I was like, "Come on, he does this to me, and I always gotta fucking unclog the toilet."
got it. Yeah,
Like-
nah.
I'm like, because I hate how that like. I mean, I get it, but like, motherfucker, if I clog the toilet at someone's house, I usually am the one that like I'm gonna unclog it. I don't even want to tell anyone.
If my
Unless there's
par-
no plunger, then I'm like, fuck, who do I
In
ask?
the right age, if my parents were there, they were doing it. But other than that,
But
yeah,
I was gonna say, like,
doing
anytime
it.
someone's clogged the toilet at my house, I'm like, they ask me, and I'm like, all right, you want the plunger? But
Yeah.
they're
Oh, yeah.
expecting like me to do it. I'm
Do
like,
it,
motherfucker, I'm not unclogging your
yeah.
shit. yo.
Yeah, oh, twisted thinking that. You got
like,
me
hell
fucking.
No. I'm like, I barely want to scoop my cat's kitty litter.
Yeah, right.
Fucking, dude.
Let alone that. Oh god, dude, I couldn't imagine just walking into the bathroom after somebody took a shit. It
It's
just gives
hard,
me
dude,
the heebie-jeebies,
it's so
bro.
hard, bro.
It's weird.
And especially like when it's a public bathroom, which
And you don't know the person, and they hold the door open for you.
well, all right.
The dude's still in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He opens the door,
You smell that?
welcoming you in. You walk in, and then he walks out behind you and shuts the door
And
for
he-
you, bro.
he's thinking,
that ever
"Oh,
happened to you, dog? Weird.
No,
People
but
are weird. People
my
are fucking weird.
my experience with dying from like someone doing some shit like this is, my brother's been on like a protein diet, not throwing him on blast. But like and we frame, so like whenever we're doing shit where like he's doing plywood and like he'll be going up the ladder, if I'm like walking by it, he'll like rip ass where it's like right at face level.
Yo, yeah.
So I'm like walking through and then I'm like oh, like the one day I thought I had to look back to like I was like, did I just rip ass by accident? Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, I had to take a shit that day, so I was like, is it leaking out? I gotta go, but didn't have that issue. We were good.
Nah, my
I
pops
made it.
did that to me when I was a kid. We'd be walking up the stairs, like going to bed, and he would just stop walking, and I would end up like walking into his
and he was-
fucking
yeah, and
ass,
then
and
you
he
just,
would just rip one in my face, dog.
Okay, to be fair,
And I cried. I would cry every time, and he would. I mean, it only happened like twice, because I would cry that bad.
were you ever deviant? Okay, dude. Oh my god.
Ever what?
I'm gonna just. This might be so fucked up, but I'm just gonna put my childhood on blast. Also, it's pretty gay. I ain't gonna lie. But
Yo, as a child,
so-
man.
you ever heard of this Superman Crunch Challenge?
No.
Trav, I wish I could just do this shit to you, but I need a third person. So what it would be, right, is that you would tell someone, be like, yo, we're gonna get. You have to like do the Superman Crunch past the challenge. So you put a blindfold on them. They go down, and what it is someone's gonna be holding their shoulders down, and they gotta do crunches, right? So there's like that resistance, but you put enough pressure to where like they can do it, but like it's
resistance, yeah.
And then on the last one, when they get like close, you're gonna have a dude over him. This with blindfold is important that he has it on.
Right,
over
yeah.
him with pants all the way down.
Cock
And then
out.
everything, dude. If you want, yeah. If you're that ballsy, pun.
Uh,
Then you got it. But
And then you
when they get
release
close
him.
enough, you would let go. So if you just
Ugh,
face first
into the cock.
so we as gay as it is, we used to do that to people all the fucking time. And there's this one kid who's our neighbor. If you for some reason are ever watching this, I feel so bad. I'm not name dropping. He did it to my my brother's friend, who was like, he was a smelly kid, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like that. It was just like he sweat. He was a sweater, but he was also, you know, like an Irish kid. You know, like that makes sense. He did it. Kid hits it right. He bounces back. He just had a little shit stain on his fucking nose, dude. I was like, oh my god. It was the most devious thing. Also, we were so fucked up to that kid.
Devious,
Dude.
dog. That's terrible.
I'll never. We were
He
so.
did it with his ass, but he probably
Oh,
was spread.
to be fair, it's happened to me though. This
probably
this wasn't
spread
like
cheeks.
I got the ritual
Nah,
happen
I
to
never
me.
that one. I can't say I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it was a
never
pretty gay
heard that
one. I ain't gonna lie. Looking back, look, you know, I feel like every kid's pretty gay. now,
Every
really.
kid did
But
gay
like,
shit.
to
for
bring it back
sure.
to that kid, I'm just gonna apologize because I'll never forget too when we had
I'm
lightsa-
apologizing too, and I wasn't even there.
Well, this one might be a little
Oh,
worse. We had
my
a lightsaber fight, but with wall
with your
bats.
dicks.
Yeah, dude. I
A
wish.
lightsaber fight with
I
your
wish,
dicks.
dude. No, that was a little later.
A little later on.
But
That was
nah.
when we met.
Yeah. But I remember we had he like hit my fingers. And you know, every kid. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
I got
yeah.
pissed when he did it.
And you
And then, no.
physically-
I didn't do anything. I just
No.
said I was like, go wash your fingers or some shit. And then he did it again. So I was like, all right, fuck it, bro. Little like 7-year-old me, I was like, fuck it. Bing, 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 bro. I just started like whipping him with the
Wailing,
bat.
yeah,
I was
oh, yeah.
wailing. I
Oh,
mean, it's a
yeah.
whiff wall bat, but like still, I was like
Oh, it was a whiff
wailing.
wall bat. Okay.
He was hitting me back too as I was doing it. So like, you know, it's even. Like we're
Yeah,
both beating
yeah,
the
you're
shit
all
at each other
both
with these
going
whip wall
at it,
bats now.
uh-huh.
But it was just because he kept hitting my fucking fingers.
Uh-huh.
And I said something about it, and you know, he's kind of doing it purposely. But I remember like I hit him the last time. I guess it was like, I don't know if it was just like a good shot, but it just made him cry. Like, it was like that one that it ended it. It must have been the one that like welted or some shit. And he went and told his mom, and his mom came down, like pulled me out of my house and started talking to me. And
It's
the
always-
funniest thing was, dude, is I was just how I knew I was
You always
such a
hated-
troubled little mind.
Hated when the parents.
Nah, dude, all I could do was look at her tits. She came out white tank top, no bra on, like practically see through. Like it's a scrawny tank top too. She was a hot mom, not gonna lie. I'm young, but like I said, we've mentioned this on the pod before. I was jerking off at like 5. So, dude, I was like so And I remember even my brother was like, "Oh my god, you saw our tits." I'm like, I love how that's all we got.
Yeah, that's all you thought.
We didn't get that we were
You didn't
troubled
think
and we were
about
beating this
anything,
kid up with a
yeah,
bat
no.
and
He
shit
deserved
staying
it.
in his face. But
He
it's like,
deserved it. He hit me in the
you saw
hand
those
twice.
tits though? Yeah. We got tits out of this, dude.
Nah, I remember that reminded me of a story because growing up, one of my like biggest things that we did growing up was building BMX. Party foul was building BMX tracks in the
That was
woods.
the Ember. On camera. Just saying.
But we would build BMX tracks.
Oh yeah,
right?
dude.
And,
Every kid did.
oh, dude, we did great. We
Well,
would do
every
like
cool kid.
huge ones. I remember. So this is like a 2-part story. The first one, I just thought of it now. We just started the top, right? And there was a down tree. So we raked all the leaves. We got to the down tree. We're like, damn, we got to go get rid of the tree. But my bright ass said,
jump.
I'll rake some leaves up in front of this tree. I guarantee you, I get enough leaves. I'll hit it. I said, I put enough leaves in front of this fucking tree right now. I packed the leaves down. I made it. Bro, I went right through the leaves, as you would expect. I know it's kind of mind blowing that I went right through the leaves, but I went right through the leaves, hit the fucking thing, flipped over my handlebars, and went tumbling down the hill.
Okay, this actually reminds me of a good story too, dude. Because you just hit the tree, you didn't break, right? You just hit it.
Yeah, I just hit it, and it kicked me over front handlebars. That was it. Just head over heels down.
So I'm sure you guys have gathered. At least in my experience, it was a pretty fucked up kid. Not my fault.
yeah,
I have
I
an
was
older
just
brother.
a stupid kid.
So me and my brother, right? We had this one neighbor. We told him, "Yo, when you're going down like the hill, like hit your front brakes."
Oh no! Oh no! See, I would have never fallen for some shit like that as a kid, yo. I don't care what age I am. You tell me that, I know I'm not hitting my
You
front
say
brake.
it correctly, or you give it in a correct circumstance, they're gonna believe
No,
you.
especially with bikes, because that's what my dad does. My
So,
dad bikes, so
but-
I would know that at least.
But we told him, and this motherfucker full speed, because we had a pretty big hill on our old road, and he goes from the top and he's full speed, right? He's starting to get to the bottom, front brakes. And when I tell you that this man literally just had no chance, he didn't even stay on the bike. That shit went forward, top over heels. He
Yucked him, bro. Probably threw
Bro,
his ass like
he
a
slid
bowl.
so fucking far. Oh my god, it was hysterical.
Oh yeah, that's a good
But
one.
dude, like you think that's bad though? Like I'm not trying to.
That's
we
bro,
fuck
that's a
people up, but
normal-
I got fucked up
that's a-
myself.
Yeah, that's a normal fall. We've all had a fall like that, Like we've all had
Okay,
shit like that.
I remember when I misheard my uncle. I told you this story. When I first had my quad at like 5, I thought he said when I take a turn, he said lean into it. But I took that as lean out for some, like lean into the turn. Like I meant like with it instead of like. That's really like lean against the turn. I'm sorry. That's how I thought as a kid too. And I was like, all right, cool, nice to know. So get my quad out.
Get to a left turn and you're like.
Dude, the thing was, it was a little quad because I was like fucking 5. But this shit went like 55, like 60. Like I remember my brother was pissed because it was faster than his shit. So I'm full speed, right? We had a cul-de-sac on the one side of our road. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking whip this turn, bro. I'm hitting it. I go out and I just fucking don't stop. And it just blink. And the craziest thing was, I remember like my leg got trapped under like the foot guard or whatever, like where you put your foot.
Yeah.
And I was sliding, and I got up. No, like my pants and everything was ripped up, but I had no burns. My ankle, like even though it got crushed under my quad right there, didn't get hurt. Like nothing fucking happened except for the fact that I fucked my handlebars up on my quad. Like they were turning. Like I was driving home with it like this. I was like, this is alignment style. But yeah, dude, it was insane. I was like, how the fuck I didn't get hurt? But like, yeah, that was probably my fastest crash of some
Well,
shit.
I think I told the story about flipping the quad when I was younger, right? I think I told that on one of the first episodes.
Probably.
I think
this
I
is
did.
going to be the hard part.
I know this is
Reminiscing,
going to be the
thinking
hard
it,
part.
Because we already told it.
Because even we retell each other stories
Yeah.
all the goddamn fucking
I mean,
time.
I have the memory of fucking.
But I think I did.
I have the memory of a fucking. I have a memory of the.
I have the memory of I have the memory of
Yeah.
Wait, what was I? What do
What
I?
was I
have the
talking
memory of?
about?
What was I saying?
What were you?
No, it was
Something. Anyway, yeah. No.
But no, because I was gonna tell a story about going into the
Flipping quad.
prickers.
Oh
I
yeah,
think I
you
told
did.
that
You did.
too,
You did
right?
tell that
Yeah, I
story.
told
Yeah,
all
yeah,
those.
yeah. Now that you say that, I
Uh-huh.
remember. Oh, dude, I have so many quad stories. I remember like the one time we cut down trees in the back of our yard near like the trail that we had, and they were like half stumps, right? Like they were pretty big trees, but they were like still like this tall. I remember I came around a turn like a little too fast, and I clipped the front wheel on the one.
Uh-huh.
So it like shot me to the left. I hit that one. And I hit the other one. Dude, I was like pinballing off these fucking trees until I went into the last tree that we didn't cut. I hit it, and I remember, dude, that shit just starts coming fucking down on me. It didn't hit me, but it landed like on the quad. Like, I ended up being like, oh shit, and it landed right on the back. I got stuck and everything. That was a little scary because I thought I was gonna get impaled by a branch.
Yo, fucking, I bet.
But it was so fun pinballing off those fucking
the
trees.
ding, ding,
Because
ding.
I was just like, it was like pure coincidence.
Quad
Like, it
was
was not
controlling-
skill. Like, yeah, dude, it was just
the quad was
Dude, the
controlling
wheel
itself.
perfectly hit like everyone. It was like 3 or 4 times. and it was like pinball. Like that's what it felt like.
Like
ding, ding,
bouncing
ding.
off.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
tree. I was like, oh, and I tried driving.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I obviously didn't get hurt, but like it did
Uh-huh.
clip my quad and got me stuck.
Well, remember when I was saying with the BMX tracks and how I had 2 stories?
Oh yeah, tell the
We were
other
saying
one.
something about how like, hitting your head. Oh, with the you were light saving with the
Oh
wiffle
yeah,
ball
whipping our
thing.
dicks around. I mean,
Well, yeah. But no, so me and my buddy were building the track. We were down there one day. I don't know what it was that had us fighting, but we just started getting into like a altercation, you know. And
teenage boy shit.
he ended up like asking me for the shovel. So I turned around.
He's
and was
gonna
like,
dig your
like
grave.
Behind me, he was like, "Yo, let me get the shovel." I turned around. I was like, "Fine." And it like, boom, bonked him in the head. And I was like, "Oh shit!" So before I could say sorry, this man, whacked me back with the shovel. Picks it up and goes, "Yink!" Boom, right over my fucking head. And I'm like, what the fuck? I pick up the broom, and we're just hitting each other in the fucking head. We're just bashing, bashing on each other with these fucking broomsticks and shit. It was great. Great looking back on it. Like,
Dude,
but then
big skin
even
moment,
after
yeah.
it happened, in the moment, we did it until both of us were like, okay, all right, ow, all right, bro, thank you, all right. And
this
then like
remi-
10 minutes later, we were both cool. Like, it was
this-
fine. Nothing happened, you know?
Bro,
Like,
this reminds me of a story. I'm not gonna name drop, but like, they might not even remember this. We were playing football, and like, it was like one of those things. Like, we always trash talked. Like,
Oh,
we've been doing it now,
yes,
like me and you. But I'm
yes,
saying like this is a different
yes,
group of friends, but like we always trash
talk,
talk playing sports.
Play
Every
sports,
guy
bro,
does. You trash talk.
absolutely. Yeah.
And I remember like
I had a
obvious-
friend who couldn't deal with that shit
Yeah,
either.
well, that's what happened. So
Uh-huh.
he's like, I said something when we were playing, like after I got like a catch or some shit. And mind you, I was playing with a broken wrist at the time. Oh, Travie boy, 40 foul. All right, but I'll keep telling the story.
Yeah.
And I remember like he said some shit, and then like I chirped back, and he just like couldn't like it just got him riled up pretty much. Like it got to his head. I remember he came up and he like pushed me. I remember, bro, I just grabbed him and like slammed him to the ground. Like we weren't throwing hands on each other, but like it got like kind of physical, like where we started trying. Basically, we almost started like grappling on the ground after I slammed him. And then I was like, I just got him where I was holding him, and I was like, yo, bro, I don't even want to fucking do this. Like, you
Yeah,
just,
nah,
you know what I
facts,
mean?
bro.
To the
Been
point
in that
where like,
situation with friends
yeah,
so many
yeah,
times.
we
Like,
just,
bro, I don't even want to do
well,
this.
we
Like,
got
like,
up, and then we were like, bro, what are we even fighting about? I'm like, exactly. I'm
Yes,
like, dude.
that
But it was
too,
just
that
like, it was
too.
such a guy moment because it was like just
Yeah,
45
yeah,
seconds
yeah.
to like a
Nah,
minute
that's a little
of like
boy moment.
adrenaline.
That's a little boy moment. Not even a little boy, but like
It
a
wa-
young
yeah, 'cause
teenage.
I was like 13. He was like
Yeah,
11
yeah,
at the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And I remember I was like, dude, I don't even want to be like just slamming to the ground. It's just like, you know, like, I
That's
kind of
like,
had no
yeah.
choice.
Like, bro,
like,
let's talk about this right now.
well, like if we hated each other, I would have been throwing hands and he would have too. But like it was just
But it was
like,
just a
yeah.
thing, like fucking puberty's running through you. You don't know what to do.
Like, but it
Dude's
was,
testing your gangster.
Travis like, I'm white, so I gotta prove some shit.
But no, yeah, me and that homie, we used to get into some scuffles back in the day, and it was always like, you know, we grew up fake wrestling on the trampoline, and then the fake wrestling would turn into us actually physically fighting each other, like slapping, body slamming.
I was gonna say,
And that kid, worst thing, I won't name drop it still, but I know you know I'm talking about you.
yo, name
You
dropping
used
so I
to
can bleep
bite
it.
the shit out of me, bro. He was a biter, dog.
that was the thing, cause I loved
Made me bleed multiple
well,
times.
No, my thing is that like I mean, like I knew a lot of submissions when we do shit, but I just love to get people into guillotine chokes because it was like so easy. Because everyone gets way too aggressive and trying to like take you down, and I was like kind of like, I mean, I still am a little frail, but like I got like that flexibility to myself, to where like those types of chokes are a lot easier for me to get locked in probably than the average person. But people would know that I would like to do them, so when they would go for takedowns and I would wrap my arm, they'd bite me. So what I started doing was, and I'm not gonna name drop for this either, the one kid that used to like to try to do it, I pulled my arm tight when he did it to catch his lip. And
Uh,
I pulled it. I wasn't even really trying to choke him. I was kind of trying to just like fuck up his lip a little. I'm not lying. I was being a dick. But it's because I kept getting bit. So like I
Yeah,
did
he
it,
was
and
sick of getting
I
bit.
remember he fucking freaked out because we never did like punches. We just did submissions only and grappling and shit like that. And
Yeah,
he
but
was trying to swing and shit after that.
Yeah,
and I
anytime-
didn't do anything, but I was like,
anytime we were swinging, me and my homie, we never closed. We would always like the most closing we would do. We would go like this.
oh,
you know?
see, that's the thing. I always wanted.
We
to have a
never, we
friend.
never fucking actually punched each
I
other. We
wish
would go
I
like
had a
this.
friend who would.
We would go like this, and you could tell when dude went like this, and that's when we would actually like really like. It wouldn't be fun anymore. Like
See,
we would
no,
be
well, that's the
slapping
thing.
each other, and it's still kind of like
Oh,
ha ha
huh,
ha,
huh.
and then you feel the boom, and you're like,
Well, that's my point was gonna be that I felt like I always wanted a friend who like we could box each other, or whatever. But like a lot of kids can't do it because since you're homies, you have that pressure of well, like I want to be better. But my
Yeah.
whole reason behind it was like, yo, we can both get better. It doesn't matter if someone's better initially or you know, like we're not going off that. It's just getting better at this in general. And nobody ever wanted to do it, bro.
Yeah.
I would always ask people like, yo, you want to like box? Everyone would say
with
no.
gloves.
Or whatever, dude.
I
I
would
mean,
put
I'm not.
gloves
I mean, we
on.
won't go bare knuckle. Obviously, we're homies.
Well,
but like
you,
I'm saying,
you
like
hung
either.
out, you hung out with XX and X and X when they did it at X's house in middle school. Did you not?
Whoa, what
Just
the
think a little bit.
XXX and X?
Yeah.
Is this porn?
No,
Reddit? Is this Reddit?
Like who were you hanging
Triple
out with
X?
middle school that you were that you don't talk about now?
Oh yeah, okay. Was I fighting them?
No, because they one time in middle school had a like weekend, 2 weekends where they put gloves on and were like, and I think I still remember seeing a video of you doing
Just
it
burp it out.
in the attic. You bleep it out.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yo, hold on, dude. I honestly forgot about that. I thought you were talking about
No, you
someone
were there,
else.
right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I was in that.
I was gonna
I
say,
did
there
box
you
in that.
go.
Okay, but that was like, or no, I didn't box in that.
But were you not there? You were definitely in one of those
I was
videos.
there. No, I was there in the whole thing. But the reason why I wasn't in it was because nobody wanted to box me during it.
That was about 40 minutes in.
Not, there were 30 minutes in, but okay. We started at 3:38.
338, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 30 minutes in, yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, nah. The only person I ever had said yes, and it was actually they were asking, and they had the same problem that like the thing was is I'm not saying I'm a good fighter.
feel like
I
I
think
can
it's just because
guess.
I really wanted to that no one wanted to do it because
yeah,
I
yeah.
really wanted to. But I was like, I don't understand that. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna win. I just really want to do it. Who was a kid who actually did get into like I don't know if he did jiu-jitsu or if he got into just like amateur fighting. He was older than us. He had like the dreads.
Oh, Zach.
Zach, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, shout out to you if you're still
Cool
doing
kid,
this.
cool kid. Yeah, he was a cool kid.
I remember they were doing like something on a weekend where it was like that,
Yes,
and he was
Hunter
trying
doing
to
it too
find
at one
someone
point. Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
to like. I think they were doing. I think
They
it
were
was
doing
just
like
full
a-
mixed martial arts.
Yeah, it was
I
like
don't
a
think it was
jujitsu.
boxing.
It was like a jujitsu or some shit like
but
that.
I remember like nobody wanted to say yes, and I had English with him, and he asked me, and I was like I think you got paid.
Oh, really?
I think they were paying.
Well,
you.
I think he promoted it. I remember seeing
Yeah,
like
it was, I could be
selling
I could be
tickets and
remembering
shit.
this wrong, but I remember I said yes, and everyone was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I don't give a fuck." I told him like yes, depending.
I
on what it
remember.
was.
Hey, I remember when he was doing that.
And dude, I remember I was like getting so hyped about it because he asked me like months before it happened, and then when he ended up doing it, I forget when he did it, but like the weekend that it was gonna be, like I mean, I ended up getting to tell him in advance, but like I wasn't even gonna be there. Because I kept telling
I
him
feel
that
like
when
he
he
did
told
it-
me, yeah, I forget when it was, but I remember I was like, yo.
after you graduated, I think he did it.
But I was trying to tell him, like, yo, can we just, like, do something like this in general? And I remember, like, I don't remember why we never did. But I was like, I remember everyone being like, wow, you know he actually does it. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Like, even if I
That's the
fucking
point,
lose,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'll
Just wanna
learn
do it,
something. And it's not like he's going to go in there, like, we're not trying to
Well, that's
kill
why like
each other.
that's why like
you know?
having Bob is a great thing. At my mom's crib, Bob.
I mean, by the way, Bob is just like the mannequin punching bag where it's the shape of the person. If you don't know, we just call it Bob.
if you don't know the Bob,
But,
Bob man,
But those are like so limited. Like I'm saying, like you need actual you need,
moving
like-
and shit.
Well, you need to test your own reaction time,
test your
your thought process during doing it.
Your
Some
strength
people,
too, like how well you can take a hit.
But not even
See,
that.
that's one thing, dude. I've been in a couple fights, but I have never been hit to the point where like
you want me to punch you right now?
I'm questioning. No,
No.
fuck no, because my adrenaline. I'm not angry at you, and my
It's like,
adrenaline.
I'll
is
just
not
go
pumping.
down, dude.
Literally,
Yeah, I'll get
I'm-
knocked.
I'm working on my
Well, that
second
is
one
the
right
thing.
now. I'll be down.
I'll be up.
But like the fights I have been in,
See, that's where an older brother helps.
it's like it. Most of the fights I get in, I black out during it too. So like maybe I am getting punched and I just don't know because I'm like so fucking just I'm like feel like I
Worked
just
up.
did 10 lines of cocaine. Like that's what I can
Well-
picture, fucking explain it to.
When you are fighting, you don't feel anything. If anything, you feel it when you
You
stop.
feel it at stop, yeah.
Which is
yeah,
why I'm
yeah.
like now, like, dude, and if I was a fucking
Like
like,
even getting knocked out, you probably wouldn't really feel it too much. You would just go down.
when you wake up,
would
you're
just
gonna
go
feel
down,
that
yeah,
shit.
and then you're gonna
but-
wake up and be like,
No, but shit, I was gonna say something. I can't remember.
Well, I said I've never really been hit to test your own strength.
Oh,
test
I was
your
gonna say,
own-
but that's not even like the big thing about fighting. Actually, like, I mean, obviously you want to know if you can take a hit.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed is a lot of people can't think when they fight. By that I mean like they're not on edge.
Well, I could tell you I probably wouldn't be able to because I black out. I'm just
Well, like,
angry.
that's my
I'm
point.
just angry when
So
I
you're-
fight. It's
you're
just
not-
like
it's
I'm
almost
just
like you're
swinging.
not fighting.
I'm
you're,
just
you're
swinging.
just
I'm just
letting
going.
adrenaline. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just running off adrenaline, bro. I'm not
Which
really
is-
like
I can't
clear mind thinking like, oh, I see his right arm coming right now. Like, nah, I'm just fucking.
see. I'm
running.
fighting with like out that style of adrenaline. It's more of like I'm just doing this. Like this is my normal, almost in a sense. When I get into an adrenaline one fight, it's too much. I don't want to do
Well, yeah,
that in a
that's why I
fight.
black out.
Well, like I'm saying, I don't want to be in a fight with adrenaline because I don't know what I'll like do. Not that I'll win. Again, I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
Whereas,
yeah,
like in a sense of like a sanctioned like fight against someone, like I'll get
I
adrenaline
feel like that
during a
would.
fight, but it's not gonna be like that life or death adrenaline. It's
Well,
just
that
gonna
again
be
is
adrenaline.
any of the fights I've been in. It's just like all of a sudden I'm fighting. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been in like.
So like that makes my adrenaline kick like crazy. But if I'm like, if dude's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, I'd be like, all right. Like I'd be conscious, kind of there with it, you know. If dude, the second I get punched in the
Did
cheek,
I
I'm
ever-
blacking out and I'm fucking.
Did I ever tell you? I'm gonna just say like halfway because when I tell you the story, you'll understand. Where I like halfway got jumped as a kid.
How old were you? Middle school?
Nah,
Younger?
So it was like
Oh, and
first
when you were
grade or
in
some shit.
You
yeah.
were great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me this.
So
shit. Yeah,
I
you told me
remember
this.
like I'll just tell the story. Like it was like
Yeah,
two
so
little kids basically. They were a little older than me, and like they were troubled. You know, it was just like the type of kids, you know, whatever. And I remember like one day on the playground, they mistaken me for somebody else, and
Oh, you
like
have told me this.
they were just
yeah.
like fuck, like dude, just like fucking me up into the wall. But like I at first like when it started off as like I thought we were just like fucking around.
Yeah, you
'Cause,
were like, ha ha ha.
we used to, well, nah, there was like a lot of kids that I was cool with where we just used to like wrestle all the time, like at school until we get in trouble. And I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like this is some WWE type shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm getting hit pretty fucking hard.
hard right now.
And then like at one point, like I just felt the kid try to like smash my face into like the monkey bar wall thing,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, yo, what the fuck's going
What's going on
And
right
then I
now?
look at the teacher like just watching us, and then I think she started to realize like, wait, they're not
They're not
wrestling
playing.
this
Yeah.
kid. And I remember like we all like got sat down and shit, and like they were starting to like talk to me after that, like kind of talking shit, and then like I was looking at them mad confused, and they're like, then they asked me like, wait, are you like yada yada? I was like,
who?
what?
Yeah,
And then, dude,
yeah.
we became like such good friends
After
after
that,
that.
yeah, that's funny,
and I was
that's funny.
hyped because I was
That's
like,
a
yo,
good story.
nobody wants to mess with this kid. Like we're young as shit, yeah, but it's still like, the
But
style.
still, yeah.
I'm like,
that's-
and
yeah.
nobody wants to mess with this kid. I'm like, this is the perfect friend to have.
Facts.
Like
facts,
that's why
facts,
I
facts.
can't I'll name drop, I'll bleep it out, but like the crazy kid,
From.
the one who stabbed Marky.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So all right, so I won't name drop, but I'm gonna re-say it because we blurred it out. There's this crazy kid who stabbed one of our friends. I was friends with him because like, that reason. I mean, not to be stabbed by friend, but just I'm like, yo, nobody would want to mess with this
Mess
kid.
with
Like
him,
I remember in
you
high
pull up
school,
with him.
you're chilling, dude. No, and even if someone
everybody
did,
there is getting back in their whip.
even if someone did, that man ran off adrenaline. The amount of times I would have to
dude,
pull
yeah,
him
oh
off
my
of
God, yeah,
name.
100%.
I'm gonna name drop a bleep it out. Pull him off of him because he'd be
He
like
was-
beating the shit out of him, dude. I would just jump on his back and just start putting him in a sleep hold to literally get him off him. I would never actually be able to take him out by doing that. This man literally just had so much adrenaline that he probably could have been unconscious and still like his body would be reacting.
In school,
That was the type of kid he was.
In school, he wasn't quiet, right? Like he was a goofy, stupid troublemaker kid, or was he
here and
quiet?
there. He was a mix. He was quiet, but like he was quiet and still causing chaos. if
All
that
right, because
makes
I
sense.
had a class with a kid, and I'm pretty sure it was him. It was my freshman year
What
English.
was he like 6'2" at the age of like 14?
6'2" at least, and
Bare minimum. Yeah.
probably like 250.
Yeah,
almost
big
300.
fucking kid. Always wearing
and,
a monster
and he
hoodie.
would yes, like camo, boots,
Yeah,
boots all the time.
Boots, shorts, camo hoodie.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Sorry,
Or
definitely
not
just
camo
skip that.
hoodie,
But
monster
he would,
hoodie.
He would sit there and would like just play like porn on his phone out loud in the
Probably.
middle of my English class.
Probably because he likes to try to get kicked out of school.
Yes, and my teacher always kicked him out, and he was like,
Yeah.
and my
Cool.
teacher would be like, leave, and he'd be like, thanks.
Cool. Yeah, leave it
And he would,
yeah,
and he
that
would
was fine.
leave. He would leave.
Well, this is the kid that.
No, that's funny. So, because I've always questioned who he was.
Yeah.
I was always like, wait, who is he? Who is he? Who
Yeah,
is he
that's
again? But
who
that,
it-
I just
curly
thought about
fro,
it. Yeah, I just
tall,
thought
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
So I remember in like 9th grade, I used to like before like school would like fully start, and you'd just be like chilling in the hallways waiting.
Wait,
or
are you
whatever.
still gonna bleep his name?
At that point, yeah. Every time
You
I
said
said
it like 4 times.
I
right
got
there.
this, dude. It's fine.
Alright,
I'm not
alright,
editing
alright, you're
today.
editing, yeah.
Nah, but I remember we used to wait in the hallway, and I'd chill with him there because like no one else was around that part of the school at the time.
In the
like,
morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what me and him would pretty much just do every day is play bloody knuckles against the wall of the school,
He
like
beat
just
you,
like the brick
and
wall.
he beat you every time.
No.
His hand was bleeding. He was like, I'm gonna use my head.
Dude, he loved it because me punching the wall gave him so much adrenaline.
Oh,
by
he probably
seeing
loved
someone else do it, and
He
then be
probably
bleeding.
laughed watching
Dude,
you punch. He was
would
probably like,
love it.
ah!
He'd be- no, this is the type of kid. I'd hit the wall, and he'd be like, yeah. He just fucking hit it to where the point, if I kept doing it, which is why I do it. This
would
is
just amp him
amazing.
up even more. Yes, I would've
he'd
done it
start,
too.
like headbanging the wall,
Yes,
bro.
yes, oh,
like, he'd get
dude.
so geeked up where he'd be like,
Yes,
beat
yes,
red, and he's just like banging his head off the wall. And there's this one time I'll never forget. He's just like leaking off his forehead. I got everyone
Bro.
looking at us, and I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, and I'm just like punching the wall. and like, dude, nobody's gonna do anything to us ever.
Ever,
Like, after
ever,
seeing this,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
not
yeah,
me, maybe
yeah.
me, sure, but like if pulled
Well,
up,
nah,
like,
with you, bro. After seeing you do that with him, they're never gonna do anything to you because they know if there's the glimpse at the end of the hallway, you're gonna hear him go
but I think
at the end
yeah,
and
literally
fucking
dude,
run
and just like bull run at you, and his
rush
eyes
that
are gonna be
person-
like rolled back
rush
behind
that
his
person
head
through the wall. Whoever's hitting you,
Dude, through the
rush him
locker,
through
the
wall,
concrete
bro.
wall. He'd probably take you through it. He should have
Just
played
right
football,
through.
dude.
Oh,
He should have
should've.
played
He
football.
played middle school. That's another. Now that I know who he is, he was on the middle
He
school
did?
team. Yes.
Didn't- oh, he got kicked off,
It was on
didn't
it
he?
when I was my 7th grade, your 8th grade. He
And
got kicked off after like 2-3 weeks.
I
'cause
don't
him
even-
and
I think they fought.
I'm sorry, I've said too many names. You might have to
God
bleep all
damn
that. But they would all just dig around way too much, bro, and they fucking
You wanna
kicked
know
them off.
what's funny?
They all
I've-
got kicked off that year. Marky, no.
Marky, nah, he quit.
He quit, but
I'm not
but
bleeping
the
Marky's
other
name.
the other three
So,
names,
Marky.
the other 3 names that you could put with them, they all got kicked off.
No, but the amount of shit that I've done with him, and I'm not gonna bleep out Mark's name, so I'll say it. But
Yeah,
with
Mark.
and
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
dude,
Well, Mark's gonna be on this podcast one day. We've
Dude,
said it.
we've like I remember we used to walk around like town and shit like
Yeah,
after
yeah.
school like at night.
Oh yeah, the amount of shit I've done in town.
There
dude.
was this one time there was this brand new fucking done mailbox, like they like handmade it with like
Uh-huh,
6x6 and everything as the post, and like made it all finished nice and
Uh-huh.
shit stained. And we're walking, and he's just like, yo, watch this. And this man, like, not even full-fledged, just like a fucking like Spartan kick to the 6x6, snap, clean and fucking half the
Marky,
whole mailbox,
Marky
right?
used to be big though.
No, not Marky.
Oh, okay.
Right? He goes up to
Marky,
we
you're
look at him,
real
we're like,
sexy now, though,
we're
Marky.
like, we're like, yo, that's pretty fucking like, you know, like that's wow, that's pretty lit, right? He looks at us, he goes to the next mailbox. Fucking just same thing. It's not a 6x6 one. This is just a regular mailbox.
regular one,
Same
yeah.
thing. Kicks it down.
Goes
We're like, all right,
flying.
like chill. Like the first one was impressive because it was a 6x6. and just
Yeah,
snap,
yeah.
But we're not trying to just vandalize the
All
whole
of
end of the
them,
neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And yet, and then also a funny story with Mark, because I'll never forget the one time we, being like 14 years old, we tried going into the bar in town. Like, you know the one that's like
Oyster
underground?
Clam,
Not like
the
yeah, yeah.
Oyster Clam, yeah.
We opened the door, right? They see all of us. They're like, no,
No.
nah.
That bar was an OG, dude.
And-
that bar gave like prohibition bar vibes because it was
was.
downstairs.
I
and
never
you
knew it
couldn't
was
see
there.
shit. You could barely read the menu in there, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
And then the point was, though, after
I used to go there with my family. My dad loved it.
I believe Marky, it was either Marky or they went down, and I remember they just opened up the door.
Dumb, big,
Nah, and they
big,
just
big.
screamed some shit. I
Oh,
think it actually
really?
was. They were like screaming some shit since they said
after
no
they
to
were like,
us.
no, yeah.
Dude, the guy comes out running. We all book it, right? We turn around like after we like start to get to the corner because we realize that why isn't Marky? Bless you. I'm like, why isn't Marky with us? We turned around. And homie just got Marky by his shirt. I don't know if Marky like fell or if he just didn't get away.
Yeah.
But homie got caught, and I remember we did something else that night, and it was a good thing I don't remember because it was illegal enough that I remember we were all kind of like, fuck. Like, this could kind of trace back to like, well, these kids got caught doing that, and this also just happened, and like it probably was them. To where like I remember freaking out and like yucking his phone into the river. And us just like, well, because like the cops were driving around.
You remember
after
the
that.
old Walk Hill Bridge when you could see through it, when it was the green posts?
Oh, yeah,
and you could see it, bro, and it came up to your hips as
and
a 9-year-old.
The road wasn't
could
nearly as
easily-
wide.
Yes, you could easily fall off that bitch back then.
I mean, yeah, that's probably what they thought. Maybe that's what we
What
did.
was he
We might
doing
threw
though?
a body off.
He threw his phone.
I don't remember. Before we did all this shit, we did something that was like very illegal.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't really tell you. We were doing that shit kind of quite often.
Oh,
But
fucking
anyways,
hell yeah.
we've definitely just vandalized the fuck out of something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember like that ended up happening. He like freaking out afterwards because we got like kind of caught up with that, and like the cops were like coming down the street for that because you know how they're like right there.
Right there.
And like this was not a first time occurrence for us. Like this is shit that we always were kind of doing. So like they kind of were like. Not that like waiting for some shit to happen, but like people like knew.
They
to the
knew,
point, so,
bro. The townies, the
that's why,
townies
like,
back then
that's
was,
why like Marky,
the townies back then was not only Marky and,
Bro.
and whatever, but the townies, we had townies back
Well, that's
when
what
we
I'm
were
saying.
growing up. There was always some shit going on in the,
someone called
some fucking little some toilet paper or ding dong ditching or kicking over mailbox. Something was going on in the
Well,
hamlet
me and-
back then,
me
bro.
and
We had
Mark-
townies for sure,
me and Mark got
and I
kicked-
was one of the fucking townies.
well, we got
so-
kicked out of the fucking middle school late at night, like 2 in the morning.
Oh,
'Cause someone
oh.
called the cops on us, dude.
We were playing. I got kicked out playing ball one
Nah,
night.
we were skating the
I got
front.
kicked out playing ball at like midnight on like a Friday, Saturday night. Like
Yeah, it was a weekend.
there's hoops on
Well,
the
there-
side,
there
the
is-
side of
there
the
is,
school,
like-
and you're kicking me out. Like, yeah, but like, what if I don't have a hoop at home? I mean, I did, but like, you're gonna
I
kick
wanna
like,
play ball.
yeah, like bro, it's a Saturday. Let me play ball. Like,
Well,
what?
I remember, dude, they were like, "All right, we're gonna drive you home," and you know how Mark like lives like right next to the school.
Yeah,
So right as
literally
we got
right
caught
there,
up,
bro.
I don't know how it must have happened, but Mark's mom must have found out. Dude, we heard her screaming.
Oh,
This
you
is like-
told me
this
this,
is
you
like a
told me
half
this,
mile
yeah, you
away.
told me this. It is easily.
We
It's like
heard
that's
her-
like 6 blocks,
Like
6 or 7 blocks.
as if someone was right next to you at the top of their lungs
Yeah,
from
yeah.
her fucking house.
Buddy!
And we look at each other, we look at the cop, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna escort you guys home." And
Yeah.
we were like,
You guys are running as fast as you can. You're
we-
running,
the-
and he's behind you
the
with his
cop-
lights
I think
on.
the cop was scared of Marky's mom, dude.
Probably. He was like, I don't want to bring you home because I don't want to have
Yeah,
to deal with that
he's
when I
like,
get there.
"I'm gonna drop you off a block."
yeah.
I just remember though the cop like, "Yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring you home now," because he was already gonna, but like once he
I've
heard Mark's
that.
mom,
and both of you
I was
guys
like,
knew
dude,
it was
we
for you.
looked at each other like, "Holy shit!" And then we looked at the cop, and then he was like, "Yeah, like get in."
I
I was like, "Yo, he's kicking us out, but actually he's doing us a favor
That's
because
mad funny.
we just got caught in another different
See,
sense."
that's one thing too, bro. The cops from Walk Hill, the Hamlet cops are cool.
All right,
Any
we're gonna do a
interaction-
quick pause of the episode, and I apologize.
Back from
We're
the
back from
intermission. It was a
intermission.
very quick one.
The quickest. We didn't even need to stop. We still know what we were talking about.
Yes,
That's
yes,
how quick
yes.
it was. All right.
All right, so
back
the
into
two
it.
stories, the one, because you said 6x8, whatever, fucking
Oh, yeah.
post. Me and my buddy growing up, I
had
might have,
like
I might have
12,
even,
by
I
the
might have
way.
even said this once on here too. But I did say this once. Building forts, and my buddy punched over a tree, and we were like, "What?"
You didn't mention that. You mentioned the building forts.
Oh, really?
You
My
didn't
buddy,
mention
bro,
it.
my buddy punched a tree, and right before he punches it, and this is how you know we were 12, 13, he goes, Minecraft style, and the tree just falls
End the
down.
pod. End the pod. We're done. No more. We're never going on with this pod again because me and Trav are not friends anymore. We are just. It's not cool.
Come on.
I might get haters.
You never
for
played
this.
Minecraft?
Fuck Minecraft.
Never played it, though. You never played
I'm
it.
Kendrick Lamar to
You
Drake
never played
when
it?
it comes to Minecraft.
You never played it.
That was a perfect example.
You never
of it.
played it not once.
I've played it a few times with
Because
Cap.
you didn't like it?
Which I don't think I have to bleep his name out for that. I fucking hated it. You can ask him, dude. I used to be like, after like 5 minutes, like, yeah, this is the gayest fucking game ever. Like, this shit's so boring. And
That's
it's not
because
even-
you were building houses.
That's not
yeah,
gay.
you
I
fucking
did this shit in real
Yeah,
life, dog.
yeah.
No, but that was my point. I was like a Lego kid. And the shit that I was able to do with Legos, I'm like, this is not cool,
yeah, that's
bro.
true. That's true. That's true.
I'm like, oh,
I
you
love
can create certain
Minecraft.
cool
Nah, I love
waterfalls.
Minecraft,
I'm
bro.
like, but the things that I could do with like Legos, I
Legos
can do
were
way
dope.
more than Minecraft.
Legos, I can agree with
which is
that.
why I never cared for
100%.
Minecraft.
But
I
no,
thought it was
Minecraft
stupid.
was one of the only video games I would actually turn the console on to play.
And that's how I know you're not my friend. No, I'm kidding. That was mean. I'm sorry.
That
I
was
apologize.
mean, bro.
I apologize. That's my first take
Damn.
back. That's like official. Trav's real hurt right now.
I
This
know.
turned into a new episode. I got 24 hours to respond to Trav with an apology, and it starts now. So moving on with the episode. He's like, hold on,
no,
wait.
I feel like I was gonna say something. I don't remember now though.
Was it about Minecraft? Because
Nah, it
I would
wasn't
be
about.
cool
It was
just
before the Minecraft.
jumping right
It
over
was before
this.
Minecraft.
It was another story.
It was something with my dad, but I don't remember it.
So definitely not Minecraft related.
Definitely not Minecraft, but I know.
God, I don't know, but dude, I am such a hater of that game.
Here's a good one for us townies.
Such
you
a
remember? You
weird
remember
word.
Spookies?
I'm not a townie. Why you?
No,
calling
you're
me
not a
But
townie.
yeah,
but you hung out with
I know
fucking
Spookies.
Marky.
I
and
hung
you-
out with him.
You did townie activities. You were basically a townie. You just didn't live in town. But you
Yeah,
lived
yeah.
the townie lifestyle growing up.
Not
for sure.
growing up, but from like
Oh,
7th grade to
yeah,
9th
after,
grade.
yeah. See, but that's the best. That's when you want to be a townie, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when it
'cause
gets fun.
Before then, it wasn't.
Before then, it's just basketball and playing at the park. I grew
me?
up. I know me.
Oh.
I grew up in the Hamlet.
like,
I was a
fuck
townie.
no.
I was a townie my whole life. But as a kid, it was just playing at the park, playing basketball. You didn't get into the crazy shit and find all the cool shit until like 7th, 8th grade, and then it was like, oh,
You
This
lived a
Hamlet's kinda
slow
cool.
lifestyle, dog. I was making chemical bombs with my brother
well, at my
like-
house. At my
Allegedly,
house, yes.
allegedly.
At my house, yes.
Allegedly.
But in town, like going into town to hang out with friends, we would just like play
Dude,
ball.
we were
or
little
something.
like fucking terrorists as childs with what we were able to make. Like we'd see movies, be like,
Oh,
I
home?
can make that. I
Home,
made that
yeah.
the other week.
At home, yeah. I mean, fuck. You know me. I was eating snails and whatnot.
Yeah, that was a weird lifestyle choice.
Bro, I saw some post like
you were real Bear
like
Grylls
after we
influence.
were talking about it, I saw a post that said this dude one day got dared to eat a snail and then woke up 9 years later after being in a coma and is now paralyzed. And I was like,
Trav's like, hold on, did I just wake up in another reality?
yeah, I was like, is that what happened to me?
Am I in a coma right now?
But no, so Spookies.
Oh,
you
alright.
remember the BMX trail?
Yeah, I was
After,
like, I'm gonna
right,
explain it for
over,
the pod.
over the bridge. I'll explain it because I grew up there,
Dude,
bro. There's a
hold
trail.
on. You're
There's a
acting
trail
like
that somebody
people
made for me.
Are guaranteed gonna live in the same town as us, know what we're talking about.
No. I'm
What
gonna
if we're
explain
famous
the whole
one day?
thing. I'm explaining the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm explaining the whole thing. I'm gonna give the whole
Floor?
scenario.
It's TLs.
So the way, hell yeah. So the Hamlet of Walk is very tiny. It'll take you 2 minutes to drive through it. You go over the Hamlet of Walk Hill Bridge, right next to the post office. You're going towards Pine Bush. You get across the bridge. You take a slight left. The first dirt road on your left, it's a dead end. You take that dead end all the way. There's a little walk trail. You take that walk trail back into the woods, and it is BMX heaven. It has been knocked down and rebuilt countless of times in my 20 years of life. First time when I was a kid, when I first went there, it was up here. Dudes dug out a hole, and all of the jumps were in the middle of this hole. So these kids were getting 20 feet air. These town came in, filled it in. So they just came and made jumps. Dude, it's been evolved and changed my entire life. I went there one time.
Did you like my sign interpretation?
That was awesome.
I got confused halfway through about my left and rights when you made a left already, and I was like, wait.
Well, yeah, my left.
I went left, and then
But no, I pulled up one time. I was like 8 years old, and so one of the family that used to babysit me, they had 2 sons, and when we were 5, 6, they were in their 20s. So I'm like 8, dude's like 23, 20, whatever at this time. I pull up to Spookies, and he is somebody at Spookies who
Who's, like,
has
building it?
built
Yeah.
all of the. He's been there. He is a originator of Spookies. He's been there since Spookies was like
Who named
being
this?
rebuilt. Dude, Spookies has. My dad remembers Spookies because my dad's born and raised in the Hamlet too. My dad remembers Spookies. Spookies has always been there. So I don't know who named it Spookies, but so dude's building shit, bro. I pull up one day. He's there. He's like, "Oh, Trav, follow me."
Who are you, sir?
No, he's like, "Follow me."
Trav will follow any man with candy or a BMX bike, either or.
BMX bike, really. Bro, follow him. He brings me on this trail that's just like whoops and little jumps the whole time. And it's just like a loop around, and then it brings you right back around into the thing. And he's like, I made this trail for you.
He's like, I made it for you so that you can ride on the back of my pegs, but ass to dick.
but I can feel your little
I love how
pee on my back.
the first time ever we wanted to talk about something on the pod, and we didn't mention it once.
What?
the fucking kids on the quad.
Quad, oh,
Three
yeah,
kids,
yeah,
ass
yeah.
to dick, ass to
Three
dick.
kids on a
Tight,
one-person quad. All three boys.
Driving, and I'm
all
like-
three 13-year-old boys comfortably sitting with their dick. The kid in the middle had it the worst.
And they're vibrating. They're fucking.
The kid in the middle had it the worst.
Yo, why are you vibrating so much? She's like, just keep driving, dude.
Dude, whoever got hard first is the questionable friend.
You think
there.
that's what they were doing? They're like, all right, guys.
This is a gay
Let's
test.
all get on the quad,
Wait,
right?
did you not do
Go
that
ass
growing
to
up?
dick and whoever.
Did you not do that growing up? Gay test? You put on gay porn and the whatever homie gets hard first, he's gay.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You never did that. You never did that. Yo,
looking.
bro, we'd be
So
eight.
he would be
we'd be
repping
eight
it.
dude, bro. We'd be 8 dudes deep. All of us sitting there watching gay porn, and the first one that gets a slight chub on is getting ripped the rest of
This
the
is
night,
a perfect
bro.
sketch.
But nah, the
It's
rest
like
of the night
college,
you
like,
get a slight chub.
We can't haze you
Or
guys
if
anymore.
we see a little movement,
Dude, this is the first sketch that we're ever putting out the idea of maybe on the pod, but it's just like you can't
hazing.
haze anymore, so you get the pledges. You're like, all right, you guys all gonna watch.
oh,
gay
gonna watch
porn.
gay porn for 2 hours.
We're gonna referee this shit.
Yeah, referee.
First one to get a chub is out.
I see a chub right there.
We're gonna take the last 3 of you, and that's it. And it's
The
just
last 3 all need to perform what you just saw.
yeah, yeah. No, when you get out, you gotta start performing live.
And when they're like, nah, then you're like, all right, you passed.
It's like you go to start and the dude's just completely bricked before you even start. Like, oh wow, alright, that explains a lot. You're out, buddy.
Dude's like, I don't know, you guys talking about it. I've
been-
never watched gay porn. I'm
been
kind
really
of
gay porn.
curious.
Yeah, okay, I'm a little into that. This is interesting.
This
I
sounds
didn't
like
know
a
this is
good
what college
hazing.
was gonna be
This
like.
sounds like the good group. I am in the right Alpha Sigma male group right now.
Alright, yeah, dude. Well, I was gonna say, if you were to have a college frat, though,
Yeah.
what is it gonna be named?
Oh, that's a good
Because
question.
this might go into the sketch idea.
Marlboro.
It's not. That's not.
Marlboro.
Greek at all.
Marlboro Digger Givers.
That's not Greek at all.
Marlboro.
No, at least I had a little accent. It's also not correct, but close, buddy.
Definitely not.
You say what, my bro?
Mubaru.
Do you even know that? Did you have to learn the Greek alphabet?
I was in all of the assisted classes in high school.
Alpha, beta, kappa.
There you
no,
go.
kappa's
Oh, yeah,
K.
yeah, there
What
you
is
go.
it? Alphabet.
Damn, my girl.
I just
My
remember-
girl could tell you them
Sigma
all
Phi
right
Qua-
now.
Oh,
yeah.
because she went to. She was in a
she was in a fraternity,
fraternity,
right?
Serenity.
Sorority. Sorority.
Took us a second. I didn't go to college. Hey, like I said earlier, my nickname used to be Riri, and it's not because I could sing.
Yo, my fucking boss this morning was saying something, and he was like, that rerun, and I was like, that's good, that's a good one.
I would put myself on blast. I rode the short bus, but for a different reason. We just had a stingy ass bus driver. I think I told the story.
There was one time where like our buses got fucked up, and a homie of mine who rode the same bus had to get on the short bus for the day, and I followed him
he's
to the
getting
short bus.
lit. Oh,
Bro, I was
dude.
recording him the whole time. Fuck it. I can't even.
Well,
this
this
was
is later in life. You
2011
got
at
phones.
the time, so I can't even say it. It was
Wait,
my
hold on.
iPod.
You had an
It was
iPod
my iPod.
at 11?
No, it was probably like 8th grade, 9th grade actually. No, me and my girl were just talking about this the other day. We said something about like kids and when we have kids, like when are they going to be able to have technology? And me trying to like
An
think
iPod in middle
her,
school, a phone in high school.
Me trying to think in her sense, I'm like, oh, maybe like 8 or 9, and she's like 8 or 9. I was thinking like 13, and I was like, 13 sounds good to me.
17.
Cause like, bro, when I was bored. And I would walk up to my dad
we
or
also
something,
had,
and
like,
I'd be like,
stage.
hey, I'm bored, Dad. My dad always hit me with the, when I was your age and I was bored, I'd go outside and find something to do.
No, he
I'd
jerked
find
off.
sticks and do
he
something
jerked off
with
the
it.
Playboy when he was
No,
born.
because my dad told me that one time, and I went outside and made this game that we ended up playing for the last
It was
8
to watch
years.
gay porn.
It was
She was like,
Just me and Pops in the garage.
my
and
dad
I
told me to
take
play a game, so I played a game.
No, it was called roof ball. And we would take a tennis ball. It was like wall ball, but we would throw the tennis ball on the roof, And my dog
No
loved playing it
gutters.
too, so no gutters. Yeah, no, it would hit the gutter and it would send it in a flying in a different direction. So you would have to like
never
try to
know.
catch it, and if you didn't catch it, you
You're
had
dead.
to run in the garage before the other person got it onto the roof.
So you just didn't play the pegging way. You didn't peg the
We
person.
did not do it. It was me and my pops, so no, we did not do the pegging.
Mm.
It was me, my pops, and then my dog.
You could peg your dog.
Yeah, but we didn't do the pegging.
He's cool. Dude, dog pegging you.
We didn't do that. But,
Wait,
but
you
then
pegged by your dog?
she just picks it up and she's like,
No, I thought about it in a
Peg.
different way.
Peg, peg.
Just strap on the dog. Like, it's like a dude goes to look up bestiality porn, and just like, wait,
and
why
it's
is
a
the
dog
got a
fucking the
strap,
person.
dude? Like with a strap.
Oh,
It's
God.
bad because this is probably on there.
Oh, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
probably on there.
Yeah.
Like I would name like a whole category, and it's popular. But back to getting pegged by your dad. I mean, getting
All right, so yeah. Back to kid. No, so,
pegged by your dad.
Walbo though. So there was one other crucial part of this game because you know how much I hate
Everyone's
bees.
waiting.
You know how much I
Oh,
hate bees, right?
Yeah.
There was some part of our AC or some air duct, like mushroom on our.
What made you think of dicks? Because it's mushroom cat.
No, dude, you're
Sorry.
so gay. You're always talking about dicks. But no, it was just a big, like it was big. If that was a dick coming out of our garage, that was a
And I'm the gay one.
big old dick. But
Just like a big one, though.
yeah, right. You're the gay one, but I used to
Yeah,
watch gay
yeah,
porn with
that's-
8 of my homies.
I've never played that game.
So there was the mushroom, right? And wasps used to love making a nest under it. But it was like
Okay,
it was like, you know, the ceiling was like where your ceiling is. Not even ceiling, where your roof is now. So like we're on the ground and we would one of the objectives
We'd
would
throw
be
the ball
to
at it?
hit the mushroom and all of the fucking bees would
All right.
and they would just swarm the mushroom and be like, what? The ball would come back down. They'd all go back
But
in
they're
and you'd
like-
hit it again.
They never would swarm.
Bro, they
you
never
like that?
came down to us. No, never, because we were far enough down to where I don't think they knew it was even coming from there. Like they would just come out and be like, you could hear them and everything.
Dude,
It was
they're like, no, these are the
crazy.
kids that watch gay porn. Don't
Yeah,
even
we,
engage.
we don't want that.
We don't
gay
want
in
that
us.
gay. You're gay if you touch them. We're getting canceled.
No, we had this. We had
Wait,
this
hold
one.
on, before we start, my fault. Can we take that quick 30-second intermission?
Yeah,
Right, like
yeah,
that? Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Got some work to do now. Come on, Scooby Doo, where are you?
Velma or Daphne?
Who we fucking?
Velma when she gets all dolled up.
No,
in the
I was
first
gonna
movie,
say
or Daphne.
or hear me out.
Or,
Hear me out.
Oh,
Daphne
yeah.
and Velma's clothing.
Oh,
Right, dude?
oh,
we're there. We're there.
yeah,
See?
we're there.
So this might be controversial, but why did they make Velma a lesbian? Wasn't she always supposed to be attracted to like Shaggy, but they're both like too awkward to ever fully
Yeah,
engage
yeah,
in
I
like a
think so, yeah.
relationship?
Yeah.
That
Where's the lesbian part?
apparently like a few years ago in like one of the movies or shows. or some
Probably
shit,
the
that
new
was,
age
like,
show.
introduced.
Yeah. Well, come on, you're
But
asking.
like I
you're
don't
asking
really
a real
care.
obvious question, man. She's a lesbian because somebody needs to be a lesbian
No,
in
'cause
every
the
single
dude was
show
watching
nowadays.
Pornhub way too much, right? And he kept looking up
No,
Scooby Doo
there's
porn.
gotta
He's like,
be a
there's a lot
lesbian.
of lesbian variations of Velma. This
The
works.
creators of Scooby Doo said if we still wanted to stay relevant in 2024, Velma needs to be a lesbian.
No, what they should have done is bring back Scrappy Doo. And it's just Scrappy,
Scrappy.
and Shaggy.
Yes.
Fuck every other character.
Scrappy Doo
I just want that.
was my
and put
favorite.
Shaggy back in his red shirt. for
That's
that.
the second movie when they go to the island. Oh no, that's the third one, I think. Second. No, the second one's to go. Then they go to the island. Third one's the island. Skull Island.
Second one's Skull Island, which is with Scrappy.
Scrappy's on the island one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
because he's the
yes,
one where he
yes,
grows
yes,
mad
yes,
big.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, he grows mad big.
Like
Yes,
Mary Jane.
yes.
That's like my favorite name.
That's like my favorite name.
All right, do your best Shaggy impression. Like Scoob.
Like Scoob.
Like, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. There's like mad noises going on, and I could use a Scooby snack.
No, the best line. He's like when he's like,
Yo,
"This is tied for the worst.
Like
This is tied for the worst."
me, dog.
I'm not gay. This is tied for the worst day of my life, or this time for the most terrifying day of my life. What's the other day? Every other freaking day of my life. I can't do the voice for that one because it's a little different of Shaggy. I can kind of only do the original, and I
Because
can
that's
say
in the
like
show
4
too. That's in
words.
the show too. That clip that you're talking about. Every
No,
other
that's
day
the
of my
movie.
life.
That's the movie.
That's in the movie.
That's yeah.
Which one?
One, I don't know. It's when they're in the back of the mystery machine.
Oh, yes.
And they're, like, working on something.
Yeah.
Which, low key, I'm not gonna lie though, those for being live action movies were pretty good.
Amazing, bro.
Like they weren't like even when I watched them back like as an adult, like a little bit.
Oh,
like
they're
the
still
first
great.
One,
I own
understand
the first
why
one.
I liked this.
I
as
own
a
the
kid.
first one on DVD, and it's
Yeah, I do too.
still
I do.
amazing. It's still amazing.
I was like, it's still a good movie, but
Great
it's weird
movie.
because like most of the time, like I was never about that. Like I
Because
like
it's still like early 2000 CGI and shit. Like you can tell when the monster's fake and
Well,
shit, but they do a good job because the
it was a very
monster's not
Scooby-Doo
fake.
storyline.
Monster's not fake. It's like the background is fake, you know?
But, well, not even that. To me, it was a very Scooby Doo style storyline.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it worked. Like
Yeah.
it didn't change anything. It's just characters are real people instead of an
Uh-huh.
animation. I was like, this is actually or cartoon. I was like, this is pretty good. But most of the time, you can't say that about live action movie
No.
from adaptations of a cartoon or some shit. But is that how we're ending the?
I think
pod?
that's how we should end it. Yeah.
Oh, it's just right there. No,
Yeah.
like we're gonna start and end. Like that's just how we end.
Oh,
it.
we can start on that.
So I was like,
Yeah.
4. I like the ending. We're ending
Four,
at this
four,
time.
thanks.
4.
Four. Good luck, numbers.
Yeah, I will start by apologizing.
Bro, why you always apologize at the end of the podcast?
Because it's a good wrap up.
Say it with your chest.
Good. Okay, all right. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck about the 2 breaks. Nah, but the 2 breaks.
Oh, the 2 breaks is what you're apologizing for?
Yeah, that was.
I'll
yeah,
apologize for
okay,
the
yeah.
breaks
I was gonna
as
say, I was
well.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
I wanted to apologize.
All right,
It's
yeah,
just-
yeah,
Not
yeah.
that it fucked up our flow. I think we did fine. But
No, yeah, our flow was fine because
they don't know.
we came back knowing
Here's the
what we
thing,
were talking
Josh,
about. So.
They won't even fucking know because I'm
'Cause
gonna,
you're gonna edit it.
and then it's just gonna look like there was no break. So I'm gonna pull a real anime style move, and I'm gonna have to make them wait 3 years in between that break to see the next part.
That's right. Yeah. Yo, also,
You know what I'm talking about, guys. If you watch.
Also, I want to say with the last pod, when you put the fart noises in instead of the bleep, we were playing it, and my girl didn't notice that at first, and I'm on the ground, dying. Bro.
She's
I'm
like, "What?"
fucking on the ground, fucking, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, did you not hear the fart noises? I played it back for her, and she's like, it's not. I'm again on the ground,
Bro,
dying, and
it's
she's like,
not
babe, it's
that
not
funny.
that funny. I'm like, come on,
No,
it's fart noises.
All right, so I was doing it, and like the bleep sound that I downloaded was
Dude,
only
because it's
2
funny, it goes
seconds.
beep, beep.
It's like beep. Yeah.
Because you do 2 farts, and
Yeah,
there's a
it's like,
beep in between the 2 farts. Yeah.
But it's because like I couldn't find a bleep that sounded good that was longer than 2 seconds, and a bleep back to back just sounded like a flat line.
Well, yeah.
Like that's pretty much what the beep is. It's a flat line beep. But
yeah.
so I was like, yo, let me just look for something else. I'm like, well, what's kind of another sound?
fart.
So I just looked up fart.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
laughing funny.
I found it.
We
It
should
works.
you instead of any bleep noises on this episode, do them all farts.
farts.
All
From now
fart
on,
bleep, bro.
just
Please,
farts.
please do all farts. This episode,
Yeah, but the
maybe not even from now on. Just at least this.
You know how many
episode,
farts it
do
would have to
all
be for like a
farts.
bleep? Especially on
Yes,
this one,
yes,
because it'd be
yes.
like, first off, the fart's even less than 2 seconds. It's like 0.3 seconds.
The one point where I say like 4 people's
Yeah,
names.
so I apologize in advance for that in the mic. Josh's like, no, don't apologize, man. Say it with your fucking chest. It's
You
all
didn't
right.
do it loud enough.
I let my nuts hang that so much they might break my legs.
All right,
I said that wrong, but it's all right.
We wrapping up episode 5.
6 or 5?
Episode 5.
Well, we never
baby.
looked. We
Break
took
it
2
down,
breaks
baby.
and we didn't look. I just want to go fast.
No, I can remember because the first one was called "This Is Just the Beginning." Second episode was what's the name of it?
New
Don't
Hope.
remember. A New Hope.
No.
What's that? That wasn't
Dude,
it.
it's just like, no, we should have just made it on the first, like, 6, all Star Wars, so it's just like episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Oh, fuck.
Episode 2.
But then the third one is Pie, and then the
Yeah,
last
it's
one
Pie.
is what'd you name it? Fuck, it was something funny too.
Macho
oh,
Man
no, it was
Returns.
Macho Man Returns. Yeah, now this is 5. This is 5
Macho
right
Man
here.
Return- Yeah, so what,
We
let's,
were hitting Macho heavy in that last one.
alright, so this one is, should we just, like, bleep out the name? Because there's so many bleeps.
Bleep out what name?
No, the name is just like a bleep. I mean, you can't make it a
Yes.
sound effect.
Yes.
I'll make it the asterisk.
Do
the-
like
whatever they're
star
called.
bleep
Yeah, the
star.
stars.
Yeah.
Exclamation point, exclamation point.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Episode 5. If you're all still here
all
with us,
asterisks.
bleep is all we have to say.
Yeah, all we gotta say. Until next time.
Episode 5. We'll see you on 500.
Oh, wow, dude. That's so far in the future,
far
dude.
in the
If we get to
future.
500,
500.
we're gonna name it Daytona.
We're on 5.
Episode Daytona 500.
Oh
See?
yeah, hell yeah.
Fucking genius.
Hell yeah. All right, ready?
What am I doing? Oh yeah. Let's get ready to rumble
On the closeout of the one and only podcast that you'll find to bring you everything, all that you need, but it's only on Tuesday.
Subscribe.
Tuesdays.